let's talk about Valentine's Day. So, Valentine's Day was really just a celebration of a martyred Valentine, of martyred Saint Valentine. He became a saint later. But basically, he was either a priest or a bishop back in Rome who was martyred because he stood up for Christians and was killed for it. And he refused to give up his Christianity at a time when, well, Christians were executed for being Christians. Ironic how later Christians would use this against other religions, but we won't discuss that. So ultimately, Valentine's Day falls in Aquarius season. And in terms of astrology, Aquarius is all about friendship and humanitarianism. So it's really not about romantic love at all. In fact, the only mention of romantic love and how it could maybe have gotten involved in St. Valentine's Day was that birds or animals were thought to start mating in mid-February. I mean, okay, get your animal on, bitch. But beyond that, Valentine's Day, astrologically speaking, is more appropriate to celebrate your love for mankind, your love for your friends, and to encourage a familiarity between people that encourages humanitarianism and community and sort of communal love. Don't get freaky on me. Yeah, so it's ironic how, remember we used to celebrate Valentine's Day when we were kids in the public school, and your teacher would always make you bring in a Valentine for everybody. Like, you couldn't just bring it in for your friends. You always wanted to, but you couldn't. You had to bring it in for everybody. That really is actually the spirit of Valentine's Day, is that we have to see the human in everybody, to reach out and try to make friends, or at least put friendship on the table for everyone, to do something, to just put a smile on somebody's face, not to get something in return. That is really Valentine's Day. That's really what it's about. It is definitely not about fine dining. It's not about dinners. It's not about romance at all. Like, it's not about romance at all. Romance is actually something in the days when St. Valentine's Day was actually put on the calendar, looked down upon in society, because romance is a very selfish, self-involved, obsessive, and destructive thing. And if you look about a lot of the literature around the time, it was always considered something from the devil, and it was always considered something that was destructive for society because it makes you put yourself first. And it's based on illusion and fantasy instead of actually something that's healthy. And it's only in sort of modern times that we've sort of flipped the switch. And since we have taken individualism to the very unhealthy extreme of self-centeredness, we now venerate it, especially in modern media, as something that is the primary demonstration of love, which is absolutely not, because love is something that's healthy, something that is nurturing always, something that's constructive, and something that's connective. It's never something that's obsessive or possessive or isolating in any way. And it's always based on knowing somebody else's truth, which is really what we celebrate in Aquarius season 2. Aquarius is symbolized by the water bearer, and the water that the water bearer carries represents truth. So yeah, it's never actually been about what it's sold for now. But the thing is, stuff like romance that's addictive and obsessive, it's very easy to sell. Because it's like a drug. It gets you high. Just like the chocolate and the candy and the wine that they sell with it. It's just easier to market and it's easier to sell. So it works. It flows right into the objectives of capitalism and commercialism, but it certainly is not in the tradition of the season. So what do I recommend? What do I recommend? As your friendly local astrologer, I recommend you call your friends. I recommend you reach out to the people that you actually love, the people that adore you and will adore you, even though they know your farts stink. Those people. Reach out to them on Valentine's Day and tell them how much they're loved and how special they are. and how much they're appreciated and how glad you are to have them in your life because they make your life better. That is the absolutely best way to celebrate Valentine's Day, and I hope you all participate. Love you all.